Hey y'all, it's Katt. Welcome back to a brand new What's for Dinner. I'm happy to have you here and I hope everyone is doing well. Today's What's for Dinner is a collaboration with my friend Lianne at Simply Enjoying Life. She does cooking and vlogs and grocery hauls on this channel, and I hope that you will show her some love and tell her I sent you. I've been watching her channel for a few years now. I love her to pieces. She also has a second channel, which is right up my alley, that is crafting, and she does a lot of farmhouse stuff and crafting on a budget. So when you're done checking out her cooking and her vlog and her grocery hauls, go over and check out Simply Enjoying Crafting. And now let's get into it. Welcome to my Southern Farm and Kitchen. So I can hear somebody right now. It is too hot for soup. No, it's not. I'm not eating it outside. Couple tablespoons of minced onion going in with 5 potatoes peeled and diced and 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to add these in there. Normally I would use regular onion, but I'm out. Can you believe it? I have half of a purple onion, but I don't like cooked purple onion. I don't know. It's just a thing for me. I like it raw though. We're going to add 2 cans of diced tomatoes in the juice, just like so. 1 can of tomato sauce, just going in there. I'm going to add 4 beef bouillon cubes. That's why I don't add any salt right now. And I use the herb box. That is my favorite. We're going to add 2 cans of green beans going in, just like so. 2 cans of whole kernel corn. And now we need to add some water, some agua, H2O. So I added 3 cans of water, and I typically do that with the tomato products to get all that goodness out of there. And it seems to work really well. Now, as this cooks through the day, some of the water might disappear. Most of the time it doesn't, but if it does, just add another cup of water or a cup of beef broth or chicken broth or anything like that. Whatever you love. So I'm going to give this a stir. And I'm going to cook this on high for about 4.5 to 5 hours until those potatoes are tender. You can cook it low and slow if you want to. But since I'm home today, I'm just going to go ahead and cook it on high and keep an eye on it. That's it. Easy peasy. Alright, so we're going to have taco mac tonight. This is all one skillet, 100% one skillet. So I have got about 1.5 pounds of ground beef in there because they wanted it beefy. I kind of take a poll for supper sometimes, and they wanted extra beefy taco mac. So I'm adding, since I've got 1.5 pounds, I'm adding some taco seasoning in there, but I'm adding a little bit extra. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I did. So I'm going to stir that in. I have got some minced onion here, just a couple of tablespoons. I'm going to stir that in as well. And then over here I've got 2 cans of rotel. Well, the equivalent thereof, it's the Lidl brand. So I'm going to add those in, juice and all, because you want the liquid. So we're going to stir that meat and those tomatoes in together. Alright, so when all that is combined, that already smells good. I could just eat that with some chips and I'd be happy. I'm going to add a couple of cans, just using the rotel cans of water, going right in there. And then I wanted to add some minced garlic, but this is what I use. Not all the time, but sometimes. But I only had a little bit in there, so I actually just added some water and shook it around. We're going to add that right in there. Waste not, want not. I'll give that another good stir. I got to get some cilantro off the back deck and get that cut up to go in there. But in the meantime, we're just going to let this come up to a very small simmer. Just a little ripple of a simmer, if you will. All right, she is starting to simmer. See how she's bubbling up there, getting good and hot? I'm going to add the cilantro. I went out there and got it. My plant is looking so good. I should have cilantro, at least for the rest of the summer, right there at my fingertips. So I highly suggest, if you're not going to do a garden, which we did tomatoes and peppers and things like that, at least do herbs right there at your fingertips. So good. And I know a lot of you don't like cilantro. Cilantro is optional in any dish that you ever make. If you don't like it, just leave it out. Let me know down below, though. Do you think that cilantro tastes like soap? I know I've asked this question before, but I've got a lot of new friends, so I'm just curious. And you won't hurt my feelings at all. The less cilantro you eat, the more I get to. So, 3 cups of shells or elbows. That's 2. And there's the third. And we're going to slowly fold those in. Alright, so I don't like my water level on this one. Then I know that's because I added extra meat. I usually only use 1 pound. So I'm going to add just a little bit more water. And I'm going to keep it on medium where it'll just simmer. When it starts to simmer really hard, I'm going to cut it down to low. And I'm going to let the heat of the broth do the trick on the noodles. That way your noodles don't overcook and turn to mush. Right now, I'm just sticking those noodles down there in that swimming pool so that they are all completely submerged. Just like so. I'm going to keep an eye on it for about 10 minutes. And then we'll do the whole turning down of the heat thing. Alright, so my noodles are just tender. I'm going to turn my heat off. Did you hear that? That's what I did. I'm going to add a pack of Velveeta sauce. You can use the regular Velveeta sauce. I'm using the jalapeno. And the only place I can find this, at least right now, is Dollar General. At the Daja, y'all. So we're going to put that in there. Well, that's a little thicker than the other. Hold on, let me smell that. It smells like cheese. So we're going to add that in and let that melt. Fold it. Got 8 ounces of New York sharp cheddar. I just shredded it myself. I get it from Lidl. It's about the only place I can find it. So put about half of that in there and fold that in too. Add the other half of that cheese and fold in that part as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I also just added some fresh cilantro on top of there because that's just how we roll, and some black olives because Melody doesn't like black olives, so I leave them off and it's okay. I'll just add them on when, you know, the plate is ready. And some of that buttered corn, and that is dinner tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm so excited. Alright, y'all, it's hot. I think I say that in every video, and I have for like 2 months, but it's hot. I'm going to make like a little tiny salad bar here. Everybody can kind of put on there what they want to. I'm going to cut up some lettuce. And then last night's 1 skillet taco bake thingamajiggy. This is what I did. It's in the oven. I put a layer of it down in a greased casserole dish. And then I put some cheese. And then I put another layer. And I put some more cheese. And I'm baking it till it's hot. So, it's the same thing but different. And y'all, I can't waste it. That's all there is to it. I cannot do it. It's 1.5 pounds of hamburger in there. So that's going to go on the table. If they want it, they can eat it. If not, well, guess what? They can eat it tomorrow night. I just wanted to add this in here because it's fun. It was National Hot Dog Day, so we celebrated. We made some hot dogs. We had that leftover salad, some corn chips, and that was dinner. All right, I was craving some chili, and I know what time of year it is. I do, but I'm still craving it. About a half a pound of hamburger in this pack that I had. That is a can of rotel, or the equivalent thereof, right there. I'm going to add a little taco seasoning, because I don't have any chili seasoning, because it is summertime, and I don't have any. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika, right in there. And then I'm going to add some cumin, right in there. I love chili with quite a bit of cumin, so I'm going to say a full tablespoon. And then I'm going to give that a good stir. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of minced dry onion. Stir that in. Then I'm going to add 1 can of chili beans, any kind you like. The last thing I'm going to add is a can of Lux navy beans. These are the Creole seasoned, but it doesn't matter. Any kind of Lux beans, any kind of navy bean that you want. Just when I make a small batch like this, I always add 2 cans of some kind of bean. So whichever beans that you like, feel free to add them right in there. So this is basically done. I want it to get a little bit warmer. Let those beans get warm all the way through, and then we'll plate it up. And that's it. It's a quick supper. Not necessarily the time of year that you would eat it, but I'm a rebel like that. If I'm not been working outside or I'm not planning to go back outside, I don't mind having something like this time of year. Alright, y'all, so that is going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I added some cheese, a little bit of fresh cilantro from the garden, some corn chips, kind of like a makeshift Frito pie, if you will. And that is going to do it. Again, make sure you check out Lianne's channel, Simply Enjoying Life. Tell her I sent you. She's a sweetheart. You're going to adore her as much as I do. I pinky promise. Show her all the love that you show me. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care, my friends. And may God always bless you.